The materials you're going to need for this project is a 9x12 canvas, paintbrush, acrylic paint, pink, yellow, and blue, and dimensional fabric paint, or as I call puffy paint, and Mod Podge, the glossy kind. And all of this will be linked in the description for this video too. Alright, let's go! Hello everyone! Right off the bat, we are starting with a blank canvas. Everything you need is in the description with links. First, we draw the goopy drippiness that's going to define our piece. I used a ruler to make sure the drippies are not drawn at an angle or made longer than they should. I've had this ruler since grade school. The green parts are lyrics to Polyamorous that was added sometime in my early high school years. I still have this thing. If you aren't familiar with the pansexual flag colors, it's pink, yellow, and blue. Pan comes from the Latin word for all, referring to an attraction toward all genders. The three colors in the pansexual flag represent three different gender groups a pansexual individual is attracted to. The pink stripe represents those who identify as female, and the blue stripe represents those who identify as male. The third yellow stripe, however, stands for all of the individuals who identify somewhere along or beyond the gender spectrum. For example, a person who identifies as pansexual may be interested in men or women, as well as non-binary, transgender, or intersex individuals, or even gender non-conforming GNC folks, or anyone else for that matter. We love everyone. The pink paint that I had on hand is called Deco Art Americana. It's way too light, and I had to go over the color 3 times before it wasn't transparent. I would recommend sticking to Apple Barrel Outdoor Indoor Gloss. That only needed 1 coat, and it dried with a glossy finish. That's what you want when trying to make these colors seem like they are dripping downward. It kind of reminds me of paint that hasn't dried yet. I decided to paint this because I identify as asexual panromantic. I already painted an asexual drip painting, so why not add to the collection? That is until my husband told me, no more hanging things on the wall. It's understandable. We did sign a document that basically stated not to hang anything by nails. I usually bypass it though by using command strips. I mean, is there some sort of wall police that's going to barge into my apartment and handcuff me for expressing myself? I mean, come on now. Really? Anyway, I am going to be giving this painting to someone in my life that identifies as pansexual. I'm not naming names because they have not come out to folks that may be watching at this time. It's their life. They can come out when they darn right feel like it. And also, maybe they don't even want to come out, you know? Some folks are scared out of their minds for good reasons that I won't get into because we will be here all day and I will cast rant you. Now that we have painted our base coats and let them dry, it's time to use our puffy paint, which is referring to dimensional fabric paint. I'm going to outline the drips with black. The brand I'm using is called Tulip Slick. You can get this from any craft store. They have different brands, but in my experience, Tulip dries slightly poofy and matches the acrylic pretty well. This is going to give the painting a comic-like appearance and pop out the colors. It is also going to give the painting that drip look that we want. After applying the puff, use your finger to gently glide over the edges to fade it into the acrylic painted parts. This gives off the illusion that the paint is still wet and is dripping. It didn't look quite right with just 2 black drippies, so I added 3 additional ones, and I must say, it really pulls the piece together. The yellow was very difficult to squeeze out, and when it dried, the color matched the acrylic so well that you really couldn't tell that it was like dripping. So no worries though, I just added another layer once the first one dried, and it was fine. Since the blue paint was gloss kind, it looked out of place from the rest of the colors that were not. So I brought in the heavy artillery. Mod Podge! Seriously, this stuff stinks, but it really made the whole piece feel wet and extra drippy. Here is what the piece looks like when fully dried on the wall. I hung it with painter's tape just to take these pictures. It looks a lot cooler than my asexual painting with the extra puffy paint drips. The asexual one, I really didn't think to put the puffy paints, but now that I see it on the pansexual one, I really want to do it for my asexual one. Here's another picture of it showing off the difference between the acrylic and the puffy paint. It really looks like it's still wet and dripping off the canvas. I just love this look. This is pretty dope. I really hope this person likes it. I'm a bit nervous though to give it to them. You know, just general nerves. Let me know in the comments what flag I should paint next, and feel free to give me feedback on quality of this video. Did you enjoy it? Or is there something I could have done differently that made it even more enjoyable? Oh yeah, and please like and subscribe because it really helps my channel. Thank you, love you all, and have a great rest of your day.